favourite club, one of his favourite clubs, of course, with the Rugby Football League chairman Brian Barwick alongside him. Good to see Steve-O. Looks in great shape as well. And Kieran Dixon and the London Broncos side know what they've got to do tonight, and they're fancied to do it, Barry.
Well, they know what they've got to do tonight, but speaking to Jamie Langley, the assistant coach at the London Broncos, he said that Danny Ward and Jamie Langley have put together 3 schedules for next week: playing at home, playing away in England, and potentially playing away in Toronto. So they've got to win this game. They can't worry about anything else that's going to happen tomorrow, and Halifax have pride to play for.
Gareth Ewer, who's travelled from West Cumbria to referee this game, gets us underway, and that's good defence. Maybe an indication of London's commitment with that first tackle of the game. The Broncos looking to get the business done here, within touching distance of their first appearance in the £1 million game. And Halifax with pride at stake. The qualifiers has been tough for them in the last few years, and a win for them would be a big achievement, and they're giving the ball some width early on. Here is Kieran Moss.
Well, as you said, Bill, they had a great start to the game last week, 6-all at half-time with the Rhinos. Last tackle, they need to get that kick away, and they do so.
Tyra, under pressure, does get the kick away, and Alex Walker, this exciting full-back, will run it back. Just 22 years of age, Walker.
He's very light on his feet, isn't he? He's got such agility, balance, and the sidestep that he possesses when he gets near that line. I'm sure we'll see him in full flow. Jay Pitts, you saw him there, the number 12, captain in the side. Second occasion he's played 6, was there last week. Big responsibility on Jay Pitts' shoulders.
And the penalty, first of the game, because they've done a good job in the tackle there, Halifax, and then they just overcooked it.
Yeah, it was Chester Butler, wasn't it, who conceded the penalty. Referee, considering he'd been in too long on the ball, one of the brightest prospects in the Championship. No, he's attracted an awful lot of interest from Super League. Equally at home in the back row, all the centres, certainly one to watch, as are an awful lot of this Halifax side. They'll be underdogs this evening. They've not won in the qualifiers yet, but you look down this team list and there is a wealth of experience there.
Well, that's a stray pass, and Samet had hands up looking for it, and the ball, well, London lucky to get away with that. It was Pitts who went to collect it as it just went straight in front of, well, did it go in front of Samet?
They lost meters because I think they're choosing to play that ball wide, staying away from the middle of this Halifax defence.
London, a bit of nerves maybe in the camp, but they'll get another penalty. Halifax again looking to slow things down.
Brandon Moore was impressive last week when he came on off the bench against Leeds Rhinos, and Adam Tangata, where's number 10, playing in the back row, a very explosive player, got a nice offload, engages 2 or 3 defenders and gets that second phase going.
Samet puts the kick into touch. Real key to what London come up with is Jared Samet. Can be so inspirational and so off the cuff as well. Here is Ioane playing that ball. Elwar Pelissier, Eddie Batty, and taking it to the opposition as he likes to do. Batty's missed only 1 game this year, and London in a great position now, threatening this Halifax line. Evans it is, who's tackled just short. Pelissier fancies it himself, gives the ball to Batty, he's held up. I thought it had opened up for Pelissier there for a moment.
Great defence from Halifax, just did enough just to stop Batty.
Pelissier changes direction, it goes behind Jay Pitts. 4th tackle, and Pitts is tackled just short. Halifax defending desperately. Pelissier puts a little kick in, and Halifax managed to hold firm, and the referee says that'll be a goal line dropout after all that.
Well, it was a terrific effort from Halifax under pressure. Elwar Pelissier scheming, trickery all over the place, almost running behind himself, in front of himself. He puts the kick in, and the referee says that Brandon Moore was tackled in the in-goal area, so the London Broncos will get a second look at the line and a second set to 6.
Looked a bit harsh on Brandon Moore, that. I thought he'd done a good job. So London will get the ball back. And here's Ioane again. in his third London Broncos season, the former junior Kiwi. Pellissier, Jay Pitts to Walker. That ball goes out wide, 2 re-7s, and he steps back infield.
Nice pass from Jay Pitts. Took it right to the line.
Elliot Keir. Matt G now. Driving in, 10 metres out. Pellissier, Eddie Batty. Batty to Samet. Samet is quickly closed down by Stephen Tyra. That was good work from Tyra. Walker. And again, great defence from Halifax. That ball's come loose.
The end of the ball, he tries to catch it and pass it at the same time.
2 fantastic defensive reads. The first one by Tyra, he came in on Jared Samet, and then the second one, Kieran Moss, who comes in here. The attempted pass on the catch, but Moss is anyways lost it effectively. Helliwell into Moss, and knock on Halifax scrum. 2 really alert piece of defensive work from the visit inside. There's another replay of Kieran Moss, the ball lost into the opposition player. That's why the knock-on's been given. Halifax head and ball. Jittery start by the London Broncos.
The Maltese international Jared Samet there is Kieran Moss, former Penrith Panther, who's scored 25 tries for 3 different clubs this season as Kieran Moss. 7 of them in 1 game. That was for York. So Halifax, having withstood that London pressure, will try and bring the ball away.
They've spent a lot of energy coming away from their own line. I thought I saw a bobble then. Gareth Hewer happy to let Halifax play on, but you can see they're finding it difficult to make meters, put such a lot of energy into defence.
There's Ben Heaton. Touch and go with a Heaton played in this one. James Saltonstall was waiting to come in, but Richard Marshall decided to go with Heaton. Here is Brandon Moore, the winner of the Players Player Award at the Halifax Awards night, and Scott Morrell with the kick.
It was incredible. He's under all kinds of pressure. Scott Morrell catches it, kicks it, no doubt in the spot where he wanted it. In that game against Leeds Rhinos last week, he was instrumental. Looked like he wanted the ball, heavily involved, and the chief instrumenter.
Well, he's managed to get the ball away under heavy pressure, but the start of that set, now 3 tackles in and well over the halfway, or just over the halfway lane rather, that's going to start to take its toll with Halifax.
Ioane, that ball drifted and almost drifted forward. And Halifax really fired up for this, judging by the early defence. Batty gets the ball away. Again, quick hands, and Matty G gets away. Eventually they bring him down. About 25 metres out. That's the 5th tackle. So the ball with Samet, and Samet hoists, and it's the first one for James Woodburn Hall to be tested by virtually on his own try line, and now the fullback will counter and does well to get it up to the 20-metre line.
He can return a ball. He's good under the high ball, confident with his evasion when he's coming away, and he'd be backed up most occasions by Will Sharp, who wears the number 1, but playing on a wing, very effective, and plays 1, 2 and 3 Halifax.
Here's Jacob Fairbank, and Halifax up to the halfway line. 3 tackles gone. Morrell, and here's Adam Tangata. Fax fans hoping that he's going to be a Halifax player next season. Scott Morrell drops it off to Dan Fleming. And the Welsh international makes more yards for the blue and whites. And here is Morrell. Morrell dinks the ball into the corner. Across comes Walker, claims it. And Rhys Evans might have had a point there, because Rhys Williams might have a point there, because I think Walker was still airborne, wasn't he?
He was asking the question, wasn't it?
Yeah, technically tackled in the air, but no harm done. It's tackled in there by the strictest letter of the law. That is
the
an
strictest
offence.
letter of the law is what applies.
Well, it is the law, but I like to see a bit of fluency in the game these days, Bill. So
Guidelines.
no
guidelines.
Well, here's Kieran Dixon. 26 years of age now, Dixon. He's got great experience. Oh, that was high, and Batty went under that challenge.
He invites that, Eddie Batty. He wants players to come out, rush out, and try and physically challenge him. Fleming just hits him just above the nostril.
Well, Gareth Hewer didn't see that one. If he did, it didn't register. Here's Kieran Moss returning the ball. Morel, Will Sharp, Ben Heaton. Heaton quickly closed down by Rhys Williams. Good defence from the wingman. Sharp picks up and goes. Runs into Ioane. Felicia there to make the tackle as well. Lively start to this game, but...
One out from Halifax, though. That first 5 minutes, while they defended so heavily, that's going to pay a price for it. A couple more minutes.
Ben Johnston with the run. It looked high from Samet. They're going down the short side with Butler. Butler gets the pass away. The ball is batted down, and the referee will bring him back after that knock-on.
I guarantee you, in this game, we will see an interception from Kieran Dixon. He's a specialist at it. We saw him about 4 or 5 weeks ago against Widnes, picked 2 out of clean air, but he puts himself in between the ball carrier and the player that's going to collect the ball, and he gets it right more often than not.
Smart play by Halifax there. They'd actually created and developed that short side, something that too few rugby league teams threaten to do and utilise and exploit. Smart work, Kieran Dixon getting himself in the right place. He's prevented that from developing to anything more dangerous, but a nice early look for Halifax at this London Broncos defensive line.
And they'll get 6 more tackles because they took that risk, because Kieran Dixon had a snatch at the ball, had a little stab. It's the first time that Halifax have been in what players and coaches call good ball. Danny Ward knows his team have been tested. Even though they're expected to win, the pressure is on them to win. It's Halifax who are coming in and throwing those first few punches.
London currently in the £1 million game places, and that £1 million game could be at the moment London, Toronto. Penalty goes to Halifax. London, Toronto, or East Hull, the £1 million game. I mean,
your guess is as good as mine,
yeah.
Bill.
Kind of plan for this last week of the qualifiers is a nightmare. But it's Halifax in possession from that penalty. Here is Fleming. About 40 metres out. Ball back on the inside to Brandon Moore.
Watch how many involvements Scott Morel has. Everybody responds and reacts to his calls.
Ben Kay's pass down at the feet by Johnston. He managed to pick it up and then skirts around the first line of defence. Eventually is brought down by Pitts. But Halifax rolling forward. Morel short ball, and Tangata tackled just short of the try line. Here's Fairbank. Johnston across the field, and again London defending desperately. Chester Butler scored just short of the try line, and they could be in here with Ben Kay.
Bill, I think he's got it. They put so much effort into repelling Chester Butler, they wasn't aware that how speedy Ben Kay was going to react, and he picks it up and pushes it forward maybe 6 or 8 inches. The question might be, because Chester Butler is in front, does it go through?
Robert Hicks is the video ref.
Has it gone through the legs of Chester Butler? That's called burrowing, is it? It goes through the legs of Chester Butler. Question might be, is anybody impeded by going through the legs of Chester Butler?
Ben Kay, has he got his first try in the qualifiers? Robert Hicks is the key to this, the video ref.
Well, I think one of the major implications as to whether this is going to be awarded or not is the on-field decision. That's gone up as a try. I think insufficient evidence to overturn this.
And the try is awarded. Barry is dumbfounded.
Well, not sufficient evidence that there was an obstructed defender there.
And therefore, the more you watched it, the more you could make a case for the attack. And Halifax, well, they get first points.
Steve Tyra, who got all their points against the Leeds Rhinos last week, a try and a goal. And a consummate goal kicker is Steve Tyra, just back in the side after 3 out. And Ben Kay once a London player, well, a Harlequins player he was for a couple of seasons, gets the first try of the game.
Yeah, just general alertness. I think Butler's caused the main problem with the marauding run towards the try line. And then he's able to get up and play the ball and restart play and allow the opportunity to Benkei. Don't see a problem with it. First blood Halifax, they deserved it as well.
Yeah, they withstood all that early London pressure, and now they've come up the other end of the field for the first time, really, and got points on the board through Benkei.
Good challenge again, Eddie Batty. Going back to that Widnes game 4 or 5 weeks ago, he was the man of the match by a mile. His work rate, how busy he is, what he does. Has he forced a mistake? The penalty's gone against him.
Halifax the penalty.
Benkei stands up, barges, barks at him. There you go. Richard Marshall's side, 12, almost 13 minutes after absorbing all the pressure, 5 or 6 minutes defending their own try line, have gone up the other end of the field, posted the first points, looking a good place at the minute.
That's a good tackle from Ioane. Eddie Batty in there as well to help him with the tackle. Brendan Moore now.
Just interesting to look at if you're interested in the psychology of sport, the psychology of how these two sides prepare. Halifax on paper, nothing to play for. Their qualifying series is done. The London Broncos, Barry, you mentioned all the 3 different scenarios and schedules they had in place based on the different results. Well, it looks like that on the field at the moment. Halifax playing with clear heads, they look the more dangerous side.
Morel just managing to keep that ball in hand. It was dipping in front of his toes. Now here's Dan Fleming. And Halifax rolling forward again, looking threatening once more. Morel kicks across field. It's a good kick, and Tyra claims and gets the second try of the game. And Halifax has started like a house on fire. Morel's crossfield kick, and Steve Tyra gets their second try, his second try of the qualifiers. A try last week against Leeds, and now he's climbed higher than the Broncos' defence and claimed that one.
Well, if anybody was any doubt about the first score, there can't be about this one. Really positive play by Halifax. A crossfield kick, change of direction, importantly from Scott Morel. And Steve Tyra is on the end of that, and he's caught a London Broncos defence on that right edge snapping. Really well executed, really well finished, and really well deserving of this lead.
And I think Scott Morel reacts to a call. All his body language is facing that right side. I think he gets a call, reacts to it, and he's smart enough and skillful enough to put it right on the button for his centre.
And London Broncos looking a little bit befuddled by what has happened to them at the start of this game. 15 minutes gone, and Halifax, apart from the first 7 or 8 minutes, have dominated, and they've gone into a 12-0 lead courtesy of Tyra's conversion of his own try.
You look at the eyes up, he hears that call, he knows where he's going to place it, and Ben Helliwell in a one-on-one with Steve Tyra has absolutely no chance.
It's just really committed stuff, isn't it, from Steve Tyra? There's absolutely no question that he was going for the ball despite anybody else's attentions or intentions in diffusing that themselves. He came up trumps. And as I'll say it again, the London Broncos side look like a side with the weight of the world on the shoulders at the moment. You've got a Halifax side, the other side of the field, who are playing some carefree rugby, but that's not to say not unstructured and not intelligent rugby. It's been an excellent start.
Right at the heart of it is Scott Morel. Every time you see him on screen, he's shouting, he's barking out instructions. He doesn't actually have to touch the ball and be involved in it to have an heavy influence.
Move! Back then, hold, wait, go.
Early days yet, but if Halifax were to win by a margin of 25 points, London would go out of the £1 million game places and let Toulouse back in.
Wow.
They were thinking it was going to be a quiet night in France tonight, in Toulouse, but possibly Sylvain Houlez and his team might be on the edge of their seats, cheering on Halifax.
Jonathan Ford said the same thing. We were almost resigned to the fact that Toulouse were out, but he refused to count his side's chances out. A nice kick Scott Morell, a deliberate little nudge to the sideline to slow the game down.
Early days.
I must say, he looks fit, he looks active, keen and inspirational for his Halifax side.
Early days, but Halifax have lost on each of their last 5 visits to play the London Broncos. And it's a while since they tasted victory in the capital. 2003, in fact, in their last Super League visit. Batty offloads, the ball is knocked down, and Gareth Hewer wipes the tackle count clean. So London have the ball back and need some inspiration.
But it is important, Bill, that the London Broncos, you saw Eddie Batty then, he forces an offload with his back to his opposition, flops it towards. If Jacob Fairbank is a little bit better, he gets hold of that ball. It's important they don't panic. Stick to the script and the structure. Oh. There you go. That's what it does to you when the game is going away from you. You do things you're not supposed to. You try and think you're out of trouble instead of working you out of trouble.
It's Ioane who played the ball. Quick hands, and the passes stick this time. Keir gets the pass away to Alex Walker. Walker puts the brakes on. Still going, Alex Walker down that left-hand side. And he's done well there, the fullback. He is still weaving his way through. And eventually Halifax get a hold of him, and it's Scott Morell who does that, and Pelissier keeps it going. Now they come to the other side of the field. Pitts' pass is a poor one, but Keir has to pick it up. And they've lost a little bit of momentum there.
It's a terrific run from Alex Walker over on the left, but Jay Pitts, you can see his inexperience as a 6. Loose pass.
Samet dinks that ball, kick into the corner, and the ball's batted out of play by Woodburn Hall, I think it was. It was Kieran Moss who got a hand to that.
It's a smart kick into the right place, and there's a hand from Kieran Dixon on the back.
That's more of a question of whether he was challenged in the air as a defensive player, but the scrum is going to go to London. Here's the run from Alex Walker. Such a slippery character, isn't he? Great on his feet, good change of direction.
And there isn't much on him. He's not a powerful player, he's not a big player, he just uses that balance really effectively.
Scottish international Alex Walker.
Head right in, loose head in.
And head and feed to the London Broncos then, 10 metres out. Big opportunity for them. Samet, little step, and he's in under the sticks is Jared Samet. The Maltese maverick hits back for the London Broncos. Kick to come, bang in front of the post, and it's feeling of relief from the London Broncos supporters after this wobbly start from them. But Jared Samet caught the Halifax defence flat-footed there.
Well, you know that left foot step is coming. You know absolutely that it's coming. Here's the kick again. Contest in the air. The contest is lost by Kieran Moss. But look at the defenders. They'll be talking up. They'll be expecting it. They'll be trying to hold and paddle a little bit. And watch it. Bang, there it is. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Quality and class on show from Jared Samet.
Third try of the qualifiers for Jared Samet. And he's kicked plenty of goals as well. 22 goals to his name so far in this qualifiers series. Danny Ward's pretty stony-faced after this slightly wobbly start from his side, but that will settle the nerves. Samet should improve on this from bang in front of the posts. That he does.
That's a really interesting setup play. You see it sometimes, the winger effectively fed the scrum, which puts your hooker in at half, gives you an extra man on the open side. Maybe just put doubt in that Halifax defensive mindset. But what a great step nonetheless. Real jack in the box, isn't he? And I think he's going to be key to the Broncos' fortunes for the remaining 3 quarters of this game.
The restart booms downfield and is claimed out of the air from Jared Samet. Made that look very easy.
Ben Davis showing the rest of his forwards. Ioane carting it forward. Go forward. gain those metres, earn the right to play.
Eloi Pelissier came back into the British game from Lesignan after his Lee Centurion's experience, went back to France, and then the chance came to join the London Broncos, and he's just as chirpy and confident as ever as the French international hooker, and they'll get the penalty with Will London.
Well done, London Broncos. 3 good charges, broke through contact, fought to play the ball, and it's that man, Eddie Batty, again, such a difficult character to handle. Quality player.
So the penalty pushed downfield, and an opportunity for London to just capitalise on this good spell they're having at the moment. And quick hands finds Hindmarsh, and Hindmarsh won't be stopped. He is just short of the try line. Daniel Hindmarsh close, and they are in from Pelissier. And that was a bulldozing run from Dan Hindmarsh, and Pelissier made the most of it to follow up and claim his first try in the qualifiers. What a run though it was from Hindmarsh. Very nearly got there himself, but paved the way for Pelissier.
Well, crisp hands. It all came off the back of hard work from Batty, Owane, Evans initially from the kick-off. Look at the setup. Jay Pitts, nice, crisp, clean pass. And Jared Samet just entices a defender in, puts the second rower, Hindmarsh, in the space. And there he is, Pelissier, low and hard, another 4, potentially 6 points.
Significantly as well, Barry, they've gone directly from the tap. Very rare you see that. That left edge for the Halifax defence, there's no excuse for it, but they're not used to seeing that on the first play. They've been asked a question right off the bat when teams would usually set up around a post, one post or another for a strike play, second or third play. Inventive stuff for the London Broncos, and Pelissier takes advantage of it. Not dissimilar, was it, to Ben Kay's try?
Exactly, yeah. Quick reactions.
A break, a quick play the ball, and then a sprightly dummy half taking advantage.
So London close to tying up the scores here with this Samet conversion to come after Pelissier claimed the try. Still not sure, the hooker, where he'll be playing his rugby league in 2019. He hopes it's with London Broncos in the Super League. Samet on target. 12 all here at Ealing Trailfinders in West London.
Yeah, some great build-up players directly from the tap. A couple of noticeable contributions, not least that from Batty, and this from Hindmarsh. One, a ball playing forward, the next, a marauding forward, gets a quick play the ball, allows Pelissier to have a good old look at that try line with a retreating and bruised and battered Halifax defence. And the London Broncos back into it.
And having watched it again, Jay Pitts, I said a moment or two ago, he gave a loose pass, showed his inexperience, but showed his quality in that play. 3 basic, simple, fundamental carries forward. Big men in. Owane, a replica of the previous set of 6. He's another difficult man to put down, and as we've said, much like Tangata, snakes that arm out and finds an offload.
Eddie Batty going through plenty of work, the former Sheffield player who's in his 4th consecutive qualifiers series. He's played for the last 3 for London. He was with Sheffield in the 2015 series. So he knows what it's all about. Kieran Dixon, the winger, putting in a run. Pelissier. Samet hoists another big kick. Woodburn Hall is underneath this one, and he's solid underneath that one, the fullback.
3 defenders to greet him when he caught that ball. He lost his footing, had to go down low to make sure he collected it. Good attention to detail from the Broncos defensively, getting up now, trying to control the ruck, looking busy, looking hurried, interested in doubling up, tripling up their efforts.
It's a marked change as well, isn't it, from the opening 10-15 minutes of the game when Halifax were able to get down the field either through decent play the balls or penalties. However, having said that, the London Broncos late in the tackle count concede one of their own. They've been squeaky clean, haven't they? But Matt G is caught in the ruck, and Halifax get a reprieve because this is a London Broncos side that has stepped up a gear or 2.
Big kick as well, lots of metres made.
Yeah, puts Halifax deep in London territory. That's the 40-metre line. The white one. Now there's one of the Davis twins. Fairbank tackled. It's Curtis Davis who's on. Morell's pass. Tangata! Tackled just short of the try line, the Cook Islander. Again, good defence.
Great work, Pitts. Made the initial block and then got up. Prevented the second effort.
Going for it again, and once more good defence. Held up, says Gareth Hewer. Curtis Davis had the initial attempt. They repelled his effort, and then it was Morell trying to barrel his way over.
The wily character, he thinks he might just catch them napping. No, sir.
Tangata! Oh, he can't quite scramble over, or can he? He's right in front of those Halifax fans in that corner of the ground. They reckon he's got there. Gareth Hewer not sure.
Got no try.
And Robert Hicks is going to have a look at this.
Well,
I think he's got this, don't you?
I think he's got it as well. There's the question that
He's
Gareth
shot
Hewer's asked
initially.
has been about whether this is a double movement or not. He's hit the line. He's in with Jay Pitts now. The ball carrying out mouse touched the floor, but there's nobody on him at that stage.
And as his momentum carries him forward, the ball rolls with almost his forearm on top of it.
That's still got control
Absolutely.
of the ball in my eyes there, so he shrugged Pitts off.
Jay Pitts hasn't got hold of him when he decides he's going again.
No, so
Are you confident of that, Wellesley?
I think that's a try.
Yeah.
I think that's a try. And do you know what? The London Broncos, in the fallout from this, will do well to heed the warnings of giving away late penalties, because this Halifax side is a different proposition.
Well, Robert Hicks.
But the hand is still in contact with the ball there. That's a try.
It is for me.
I'm nailing my colours to the mast, and that is a try.
What does Robert Hicks think?
Robert Hicks, the on-the-field decision from Gareth Hewer was that it was no try. Robert Hicks might have a different opinion, and he has. And Adam Tangata gets his first qualifiers try. And it was right in front of the Halifax fans. There are more than two of them here.
A little bit of justice there for Halifax. I thought Gareth Hewer might have denied Halifax. Tangata, who kept going, his determination, scrambling on his elbows and knees to get forward. A really well-worked play from acting half. It kidded and fooled the London Broncos defenders.
And significantly as well, that they're going away and then re-engaging those same set of defenders on the next play. The ball goes the way. It's human nature to switch off. It's what you're trained to avoid, but it's always a danger.
Tyra. Oh, he's just faded that one away, but Halifax regained the lead. 16-12 the scoreline here, and Adam Tangata catching the Broncos defence out there.
Just watch what happens. The guy who played the ball receives it from the acting half, so Scott Morell receives it back from Curtis Davis, then creating the overlap, and it ultimately comes down to the determination. But what a smart play.
Tangata, really popular figure with the Halifax supporters, and they'd love to see him remain at the club, but there is a bit of interest in him from beyond the borders. Fairbanks push on Pelissier, little exchange of pleasantries between the two. Speaks good English, Elway Pelissier.
The conversation, English or not, underneath the London Broncos sticks will be about not giving away penalties. They've done it again. My timing is impeccable, Bill. This is exactly what they would have wanted to avoid. We just would have been speaking about the danger of letting Halifax out their own area, because they are a different team, a different proposition, and a live threat when they get into good ball.
It's Will Lovell who goes in, gets interested, he's around about the ball, and Gareth Hewer doesn't like the look of it, and yet again Broncos are going to give metres away, and Scott Morell, as he's done on a number of occasions, will accept the 25-30 metres on offer.
You may look at the replay on that and say, well, it's a debatable whether that's a penalty or not. Hey, listen, if you're the London Broncos, don't give the referee the option. Be squeaky clean.
Well, they certainly haven't been squeaky clean, London, conceding far too many penalties and with it lots of territory, and Halifax have made the most of that. And they're coming forward again. Curtis Davis making his debut then. But that's good defence, and Woodburn Hall closed down by Ben Hellawell. Hellawell with the tackle. They come down this left-hand side. Tyra. Tackle close to the touchline. Another change of direction, and Ben Johnston runs into a trio of Broncos defenders. There is Curtis Davis. Morrell steps away from trouble, puts a crossfield kick in, but it's straight into the hands of Rhys Williams, and Williams gets the pass away to Jay Pitts.
Well, Halifax were forced into that. On each occasion they tried to get the kick away through Johnson and Morrell. They were under pressure, and that's an excellent carry from Elliot Keir, who earns his side a penalty. A kick caught by Rhys Williams. Jay Pitts finds an offload. And you have to say, when the Broncos get a try or they get points scored against them, they then spark up into action. I'm sure Danny Ward will say to them at half-time, why are you waiting until you're behind? Why are you waiting until Halifax sting you with points?
Catalan rounding off their Super 8's campaign with a 22-12 win over the Huddersfield Giants. And there'll be I think there'll be a bit of a party at the Brutus this evening at the end of what has been a fantastic season for the Catalan Dragons.
Another one. They must be fed up of them by now.
Well, London, meanwhile, on the charge and close to that try line as Spencer plays the ball. Here is Samet, Walker. The ball flicked out and into touch, and Hellawell was trying to find Kieran Dixon. Furious with himself, the pass didn't connect.
Yep, decent enough defence from Halifax. They had struggled at the other end of the field with the momentum that the London Broncos were generating. Their initial contact, not good enough. London are able to get to the floor and really using that back three of Rhys Williams and Elliot Keir to good effect. A lot more effective that end of the field though. Kieran Moss, good read, good finishing off on the edge there for Halifax.
Well, Ben Hellawell, he's trying to bring in Kieran Moss, and he stays and he plays his cards very close to his chest. Forces that offload and it goes into touch.
So Halifax again hold firm.
Hold. Wait. Go on.
Curtis Davis. Big Welsh connection on the field today, because Curtis Davis and Connor, his twin, are Welsh students. They're currently studying at Leeds Beckett University.
Halifax have brought Brandon Davis on, the number 30. Young front rower, began his career at Castleford Tigers. Always impressive when I watch him play, Brandon Douglas.
He's a really nice lad, is Dougie, and he's had a horror run of injuries over the last couple of seasons. There was a serious knee injury. There's been a couple of pieces of elbow surgery. Yeah, but he's a really effective player and a really good bloke. He looks to put those injuries behind him.
Morrell's little chip and chase gets the pass away as well. Woodburn Hall can't smuggle it away, and that'll be the turnover. But Scott Morrell willing to try it as usual, find something in his bag of tricks.
Well, there we go. That's the end of the play. A knock-on or a fumble from Woodburn Hall, who looks under some stress down on the floor, fell awkwardly. But here we go, Scott Morrell, chip and chase. Nobody's going to blame him for trying absolutely everything. Every trick he's got in his bag he's going to bring out tonight. Richard Marshall will say, as I'm sure he does most weeks, I'm going to trust you, Scott. I'm going to give you autonomy. For the things we do, we try and we pull off in this game.
Well, London have made a hash. They play the ball, has been knocked on. I think it's Tom Spencer.
Where the ball stuck, you know, it's the sticky stuff they stick on the hands before they join the field. Maybe has been reapplied there, but you watch as he tries to let go of it, actually comes back up.
Wow, now that is good grip, isn't it? Sometimes we criticise players for not having enough grip on the ball. Well, there you go, Tom Spencer. Too much grip, son.
Yeah, be disappointed, very disappointed in that, because that was a chance to relieve a little bit of pressure through their own ill discipline and lack of execution. They find themselves facing a very determined Halifax team at the wrong end of the field, Bill.
Tom Spencer, once a Wigan St Pat's player, coming up with the error there. And Halifax again on the offensive. Here is Liam Cooper on loan from St Helens at the Halifax club as he plays the ball. Davis, Curtis, the ball is picked up by Morell.
Scruffy pass. Scott Morell has to take the tackle. Look at his face, got a face like thunder. Douglas on a big charge and a big carry and quick play of the ball.
And the referee has penalised London once again.
That's what he's got, Brandon Douglas. As I said, he reminds me a lot of Liam Watts. Pelissier trying to slow the big man down, pulls him towards him. Gareth Hewitt gives Halifax another 6 tackles.
Here is Brandon Douglas now. It's only his second appearance in the last 19, in fact. Curtis Davis, and he was trying to sweep that pass away, and it's a free play, so Pelissier belts the ball downfield. I think Kieran Dixon will come into shot chasing that, but the referee will bring him back. And Woodburn Hall and Kieran Dixon, both part of the former London scene. Well, Kieran Dixon obviously still, but there's the knock on. Woodburn Hall was a London player as well at one time.
Yeah, mistake near the line. Pelissier, you can see him. As soon as he gets this ball, he thinks, let's have a try. Some coaches will say, take the tackle. That's the advantage. Other coaches will say, play what you see.
The referee just stopping the clock at the moment.
That would be a good race, that, wouldn't it? James Woodburn Hall, Kieran Dixon.
There's some pace out there.
Really speedy characters.
So London survived because that knock-on from Tom Spencer put them under some pressure, but here is Spencer now, and you can be sure when he plays this ball, it'll be textbook stuff, it is. Sadiq Adibayi.
Good charge, good meters.
Nigerian-born, but grew up in Warrington. Sadiq Adibayi, and then moved south, and that's where Rugby League clicked in for him. And now here comes Elliot Keir. Keir gets the ball away to Rhys Williams. Williams, a little step, comes back in field. It was good defence. It was Woodburn Hall who came across and made the tackle on Rhys Williams. Pitts loops the ball to Samet. Samet to Hindmarsh. The big North Londoner, again, strong run from him. That's the 5th tackle. Samet moves into position. What's he going to come up with? Little grubber kick. Nobody there to chase it. But London will get the ball back.
What a kick. The bend and the curve on that ball. That's no accident from Jared Samet. Takes it to the line. It's only 5 or 6 metres in distance, but the curve and the bend on it, you see, he kicks it on the edge of the ball, knowing it's going to spin and come round. And he has no option. Scott Morell tries his best to get out of the in goal, but 2 defenders prevent him.
So London will get the ball back. Second goal line dropout, I think, that they've received. And Halifax taking their time to get this ball back in play. I wonder if a shot clock would have any effect as Tyra gets that ball downfield. It's a great restart. Now then, here is Adibayi again. Strong run for him. Interesting character, because while he was in Warrington, he and Harvey Levett got to know each other. Of course, Harvey Levett making great strides at Warrington, and Harvey Levett put him on the path to Rugby League, or helped to, by all accounts. Pelissier, quick from him, gets the pass away. The ball's still alive. Play on, says the referee. Walker ducks under the challenge there. Pelissier gets it back to Spencer. Spencer barging towards the try line.
He pushed up in support. The ball was just a little bit too far behind him.
Pelissier now scanning left. Show! Adibayi was in there if he'd taken the pass, and Halifax survive, and Tangata eventually goes to ground.
Another basic mistake from London, but Halifax keeping in this game. That's a nice handoff from Ben Heaton. It's a good play. Pelissier is hoping to spread the defenders, entice them to follow him, and put his front row through a gap.
There's Kieran Moss now weaving across the field. So Halifax, a couple of minutes to go to half-time, looking to hold on to this narrow lead that they've got.
They'll be incredibly pleased. Richard Marshall and his men will be incredibly pleased with the half's work. You know, London have never been in front in this game, despite the majority of the possession and territory. The last 5 or 10 minutes or so was really swung in the Broncos' favour.
Very similar story to last week against Leeds. Leeds run out winners in the second half, but it was 6-all at half-time.
Look out, because Dixon's picked that loose
Here we
ball
go.
up, and he's going to counter. It's Kieran Dixon. Oh, he almost got through there, but it was a good tackle from Ben Heaton in the end. And it's Rhys Williams.
He's at his absolute best when he's looking at a broken line, Kieran Dixon.
So can London round off this flowing first half with some... Oh, that look forward from Rhys Williams. G. Pelissier. Jay Pitts. Quick hands, finds Keir, and Keir shrugs off the challenge of Will Sharp. Gets the ball back on the inside to Walker. Walker away to Pitts. But Halifax holding firm. Good defence from Fax.
Excellent defence. They've got the measure, Halifax, of London on their right, London's left. They've had more joy this side, London.
Walker floats the pass out to Ben Hellowell. That's the 5th tackle. Samet claps his hands. What's he going to come up with here? Hoists a kick towards those posts, and it's claimed by Ben Heaton. And he races it back to the 20, restarts there.
Good urgency from Halifax, even though the clock is ticking. Just over 30 seconds left. They want the ball, they want to get down the other end of the field and try and have another crack at the try line.
Curtis Davis now. I think this was the last minute of the 80, the desperation that's being shown here.
Good signs for Halifax though, bags of energy, flooding forward when the ball carrier takes on the line.
Johnston drills a kick upfield, and Kieran Dixon will watch this one bobble into touch. He'll race back to the 20. There isn't going to be time to restart. And Halifax will head for the dressing rooms. Pretty satisfied with that first half performance. Richard Marshall's team widely expected to be the sacrificial lambs here as London Broncos made sure of their £1 million game place. Well, it hasn't turned out that way in this first half, because Halifax have taken it to the London Broncos, and they've set it up for a really tense second half.
Shoulder into the ribs and then leg drive from that point.
Blue shoes.
Blue shoes.
Red ball.
Red ball.
Green rabbit.
Green rabbit. Blue shoes. Red ball.
Let's just focus. Blue beetle.
Blue beetle.
Orange key.
Orange key.
You got it?
Yeah, got it. Situation update. 39-year-old male. Significant blood loss. Respiratory rate 20. BP 80. Over 60.
Listening is a key skill that will set you up for your future career. Learn more with Barclays Life Skills.
What is a flat white?
Oh dear.
2/3 coffee, 1/3 milk, 1/3 foam. Yeah.
It's the complexity of the brewing of coffee and the simplicity of its mastery.
It's all about the micro bubbles.
Macro bubbles.
What is a flat white?
You don't know what a flat white is?
It's like a stronger latte, just with less milk.
The flat white. Thanks. Now at McDonald's.
I am just getting started.
Oh, we should do this again, guys. But let's go somewhere different. Why don't we go to Malaga?
Yeah. Okay.
Boutique hotel with a pool near the beach. That one's perfect. Let's do it. Find your ideal hotel on Trivago by simply selecting the filters and comparing prices from multiple websites. Hotel Trivago.
Who had a #1 hit single with the song Shut Up Your Face.
For their sake, let's pass on plastic. Sky Ocean Rescue.
You've got to grind the team down.
Cause we're gonna be legends!
O'Neill gets the ball! Taken the steel work! He hits it, he's got it! He's got the premiership! The siren sounds! Fenella have won it! You can turn the light out there! Oh, Slater's gone in for another finals try!
Yes, a big weekend of rugby league here on Sky Sports continues tomorrow morning at 9:30 on Sky Sports Arena with that NRL Grand Final as the Sydney Roosters take on Melbourne Storm for the title. That's one to look forward to. Big second half to look forward to here at Ealing Trailfinders, and London Broncos being made to work really hard for the win they are hoping to get. They trail at half-time. London Broncos 12, Halifax 16. The scoreline at the break. So Fax, who have not won a game in the qualifiers, really are putting up a good show for their coach Richard Marshall here this evening. And they got off to a great start.
Well, full credit to Halifax. Nobody would have blamed them if they'd turned up and gone through the motions. Well, Ben Kay, he does better than that. He goes through the legs of Chester Butler for the opening try on 11 minutes. Steve Tyra gets the second try from a beautiful kick. Scott Morrell into the left corner. Wonderful, arms up. Beautiful take. Played for Angot. Halifax 12-0, 14 minutes on the clock, but the magician Jared Samet, after 90 minutes, get the Broncos' first try.
Still one of the most exciting players to watch in English rugby for me. Bang, the left foot step, the right arm fend. And on 19 minutes, the Broncos were back within 6. They made it 12 apiece just after the 20-minute mark. A beautiful pass from Samet, set up a barreling run from Daniel Hindmarsh. And here's the key, the quick play the ball. And Elwar Pelissier, we get another look at this from the tap. Eddie Batty, there's a notable contribution. Ball playing prop forward. Samet sucks in the defence. Hindmarsh on the run. This is what you ask of all your back rows. Get up, get down, get up and play the ball. Elwar Pelissier, the beneficiary, 12 apiece. But Halifax weren't done. Tangata not held at that point, able to promote the ball then. There's no London Bronco defender on him. This was sent up as a no try, don't forget. Overturned by referee Robert Hicks, and Halifax, justifiably so in my opinion, Bill, go into that half-time break ahead.
Well, it's been very even in this contest. There's the look at the breakdown.
Well, possession pretty evenly split. Completions for the away side, 80%. That's remarkable, but look at the missed tackles. That shows you how hard Halifax have had to work. They've missed more than their opponents, 10 more, but they're still in front on the scoreboard.
And London have conceded a lot of penalties as well. That has hurt them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's something that's not visible in terms of a number, but we can certainly quantify the damage that's been done to that London Broncos side by Halifax having so much time in that area of the field. But there's one thing that Halifax want to go on and win this game. 17 tackles missed. They're going to have to draw a line under that and hope for no more, because that's an awful lot in one half of football.
Well, in the regular season, the Broncos edged a 2018 home win over Halifax at the MBI Shea in April. Halifax won 26-16, so two pretty close games, and it could shape up in the second half to be another pretty close game as well. Big day of rugby in both codes here. They had a points fest earlier on in the Union side. We've got a tense encounter here between the Broncos and Halifax. More to come after the break.
Brown misses him. Going over the top.
Nothing to see here. No raiding the bin for leftovers. No face-offs with next door's cat. No little surprises left on the floor. With motion and person detection, video download, and now two-way audio, check on your home from your phone, wherever you are. The Hive View Smart Indoor Camera. Search Hive to discover more.
Everyone, please, order as many teeny tiny tapas as you wish. Thanks to your amiga Sally switching energies to compare the market, I'm here to split the bill with you all.
Hola, señor.
Ready?
Me gustaría pedir las gambas al ajillo y las patatas bravas, por favor.
Señor, su español es fabuloso. ¿Dónde lo aprendió?
España. ¿Qué?
Meerkat Meals. Get 2 for 1 on starters, mains and desserts when you buy through Compare the Market.
In 1810, the Reverend Henry Duncan did something extraordinary. He built Britain's first savings bank, with the sole purpose of helping local people thrive. He knew that in good times as well as bad, that was just the right thing to do. 200 years later, TSB partners still believe that helping local people and their communities is the most important thing they do.
We all get ready for something every day. But how do you know when you're totally ready? With Colgate Total Proof, you can see and feel it cleaning. It turns into a blue foam as you brush and fights bacteria on teeth, tongue, cheeks and gums, so you know you're totally ready for life. Colgate Total Proof.
At Morrison's, all these 5-litre kegs of beer and cider are £12 each. Morris.
Spandex has become kind of a big deal since the first Deadpool. People can't keep their hands off me. I'm an X-Men. Shut it!
Buy or rent Deadpool 2 in Sky Store now.
This October on Sky Sports, it's another heavyweight month of sport.
What a match! What a way to finish! Hold him! Not beyond, that's all he needs.
Feel it all this October on Sky Sports.
That was an absolute wicked kick, that.
It's a different feeling. Everything has a consequence and it's very nerve-wracking.
It's more than a final, it's people's livelihoods.
It's not like anything I've ever been involved in really before.
Fuad Yaha will wrap it up for the Dragons. Mission accomplished. Super League in 2018 now for sure.
Miller then finds Washbrook, and Washbrook scores for Wakefield. They are back in Super League.
O'Brien has gone for it, and he's done it. O'Brien has saved Salford. Oh, it's not one for the faint-hearted, I tell you that, the £1 million game. Next Sunday, October the 7th, 6:30 p.m. on Sky Sports Arena and main event. The only question is, where will it be? At the moment, it's Toronto, it's Hull, it's London, it's in the fire as to where that £1 million game will be, but it is on Sky Sports next Sunday. And this second half, well, London, by all rights, will be in the £1 million game. unless we get a points avalanche from Halifax in the second half, which would let Toulouse back in. What a story that would be. At the moment, it's just 4 points that Halifax lead by.
Well, full credit to Halifax. They've really taken this game, taking it to the London Broncos, going in front at half-time. I dare say Richard Marshall pleased and thrilled and proud of how his team have performed. Maybe the opposite from Danny Ward.
Here's Matt G. Approaching the halfway line, and Pelissier, Sadiq Adibayi, strong run from the Lagos-born second row. And now Samet, and Samet, who appears to have lost his number during half-time, puts the kick in. Moss collected. Moss was collected by Kieran Dixon, I should say.
Well, the
Kieran collision there.
Absolutely, he had to be brave and courageous. Eyes on the ball all the time, and as soon as he caught it, whack!
And Steve Tyra, Hindmarsh and Samet do the tackling. Curtis Davis and Will Sharp now.
Good defensive set from the Broncos here. 4 tackles down, meters made, only 12.
London coming out in the second half with a bit of sting in their tackling. As Davis finds Morrell, and Morrell thumps that ball deep downfield. And Walker will pick up a good chase from Halifax. Good line of defence of blue and white shirts.
Broncos trying to get some meters forward. Halifax good in the opening exchanges. Only 2 minutes gone. They faded badly in the Rhinos game. What a carry, what a charge.
Good
from
run
Rhys
from
Williams.
Rhys Williams up to the 20-metre line. Walker stretches to claim that ball, then sees a gap opening up ahead of him. He's tackled about 5 metres out now, is Alex Walker. Woodburn Hall taking his time to get to his feet. Spencer driving for the line. That's good defence from Halifax to hold him up.
He's over and held up. Great work from Halifax on the defensive line. Tom Spencer keen to make up from that mistake in the first half where he dropped the ball at the play of the ball. Too tall and dealt with by Halifax.
Samet puts a little grubber kick in. It's a good one. Oh, and the chase was a good one as well from Kieran Dixon, but he couldn't quite get there.
Beautiful kick from Jared Samet. You feel certainly he holds the key.
Well, that's a missed opportunity, is that. Kieran Dixon, we know he's got the pace to get there. It's just having that composure when he gets there to get his hand down on it. We saw a magnificent finish 24 hours ago, didn't we, with Matty Russell for Toronto in the corner from a standing start. You expect better of these guys, really skillful wingers these days. We know he's got the pace, he's misjudged the ball.
So Halifax withstand that lively start from the hosts, who need to win by 15 points or more tonight to go to 4th in the table. It might only be briefly, but they would go above Hull Kingston Rovers and give them a chance of hosting the £1 million game. Doesn't look like happening at the moment. They trail to the London Broncos 16-12. And Halifax coming forward again. Johnston gets the pass away to Tangata.
Beautiful from Ben Johnston. Went across 3 or 4 defenders and Tangata reacted. A drop-off play. What's Morrell got?
Kick against the grain. It's a good one, but it's well taken by the very composed Alex Walker at full-back. Time to catch up with the half-time news. It looks as though London Broncos have come out with a bit of intent. Let's hear from Angela Powers.
Not surprised really, Bill, because he tore a strip up them at half-time, did Danny Ward. How much do you want this? He asked his players. He questioned their attitude, said Halifax just seemed to want it more. That's not been us over the last few weeks, he says. We need to do better. Expect more fire from them in this second half. Richard Marshall, more pleased really with that first half, but they went off on fire, but they really need to kind of sustain that as well. Their discipline wasn't too good, need to improve there and get a couple of repeat sets, he says. This is a big second half. Their second halves haven't been good so far this season. They've got to make up for it now.
Samet's kick, well claimed by James Woodburn Hall. Did well there, did the fullback.
I think he timed that to perfection then. Kieran Dixon on first look at it, I thought there might have been a case for being tackled in the air, but the intensity from London Broncos in defence, they're trying to pin Halifax down here. They'll have to do that for 4, 5, 6 sets to draw some energy out of them. Oh, hang on.
So Liam Cooper going down with a bit of a knock. He's back up on his feet as Morrell puts Cook in, looking for a 40-20.
And the sideline.
Has he got the 40-20?
With some signals from the ref.
Yes, he has.
Urgency from Scott Morrell. Get behind, he says.
So Morrell pulling everything out of the bag at the moment. First 40-20 of the game puts Halifax in a great position. And London on the back foot, back on their own try line now, defending. This is a great performance from Fax as Curtis Davis pops that pass up. Davis again. Johnston. The ball, oh, is put down by Tyra, and Dixon was trying to get away there.
Well, a knock-on from Steve Tyra, and Kieran Dixon takes the gamble, takes the risk, probably with an acceptance that that is the free play. What a beautiful kick from Scott Morrell. Inch perfect, knows what he's doing. And a basic mistake from Steve Tyra. He's better than that.
Well, he's assessing where Kieran Dixon is in that defensive line. He's already foiled one of his attempts to put his own winger away in Kieran Moss in the first half. Just having the briefest of looks up, but eye off the ball. And that first job is you keep the ball in possession. You can cause much more damage in possession than you can spilling that football. A let-off really there for London.
London Broncos working away from their own 20-metre line now. The Broncos have been very good in restricting Halifax. What a Halifax like, trying to do the same.
London ringing the changes. I think Eddie Batty's going to come back on. Mark Ioane looks as though he's going out there as well. And here is Batty.
Ioane coming back on with no number.
That's Jared Samet with no number. That ball's again hoisted. It's again a good kick, and it's again a good take.
Wicked kick, absolutely wicked kick. High, hanging, spiralling. He does remarkably well, yeah, James Woodburn Hall.
Full credit to Woodburn Hall, then, because it's the easiest thing in the world to have a look at what's coming at you. He does very, very well to maintain his concentration underneath an awful lot of foot traffic around him.
Knows this part of the world well, does James Woodburn Hall, being a former West London Sharks player. Now studying in Leeds.
I do recall James Woodburn Hall playing at 6 in the academy for London Harlequins, I think it was then, and tearing Leeds Rhinos academy to bits. Another kick, looking for that sideline for Scott Morrell.
Here's Rhys Williams now. So, no change in the scoreline early in the second half here at Ealing Trailfinders. This complicated permutation of placings in the qualifiers. Who will host the £1 million game? Who will play in the £1 million game? Here's Jay Pitts.
No, two good runs, yeah, two good carries. Ioane and then Pitts, the leading defenders on the floor here.
And they're coming forward again with Matt Davies. London trailing, but they're still in the £1 million game. They're away in the £1 million game as Ioane puts the kick in. Now that wasn't what was ordered, probably.
No, and he shakes his head as he's running away. He knows that that's not his job. He shouldn't have ended up with that ball. He shouldn't have taken that decision. You said complicated. All the permutations are complicated. They're only complicated for us, Bill. The players and the London Broncos players, all they have to do is win this game. They need to focus on the immediates. As we see a player bent over, is it Woodburn Hall?
There's an injury here as well. He's fallen really awkwardly over his own leg. The mistake will
be... He went down in the first half with a bit of a knee buckle.
Yeah, he gets his knee caught underneath the defender. They're painful. They're really painful. You look at the right,
left,
right. I'm going right.
Right, sorry, yes. Oh, that looks painful.
We can agree on that.
Yeah, right, sorry. My mistake. I'm more concerned for the player. It looks in awful pain. Oh dear.
Looked like just an accident of.
Oh, there's no intent. There's no intent in that. It's just an awful lot of bodies coming together. Woodburn Hall's trying to drag that foot through, but he's got the ankle and caught. Well, it's either the ankle or the knee that will be strained by that. The ball's come free.
There's a buckle, and I hope it's not too serious on that knee. It buckles at the knee.
Richard Marshall just discussing with Ben Kay and Adam Tangata there on the sidelines what should be done, because it's.
Well, the call's come in. Richard Marshall's just received the call that there's going to need to be a substitution made.
Well, that was always on the cards.
You've seen guys get up from him. It's just when a leg gets caught underneath. He's obviously in quite a bit of distress, is James Woodburn Hall. Every now and again you see a guy pop up and bounce away and carry on. Not on this occasion, unfortunately.
No. Awful to watch. Awful to watch. And sometimes the only place to give away really is those tendons and ligaments around the joint of the knee.
So just taking their time to check on the extent of the injury to James Woodburn Hall.
He's been good as well for Halifax, been solid, safe. One of those high bombs. He wants to get up, he wants to, even though he'll be assisted, he wants to be upright when he leaves the field. Ben Kay will come on. We'll try and work out how Halifax will reshuffle now. Maybe Steve Tyra or Will Sharp will go back into full-back.
You might see, well, Will Sharp wears the #1 jersey. You might see Kieran Moss move to full-back. Yeah. He's got experience in that position as well. Having a look at how they're set up out on the field now, Will Sharp is standing just behind the ruck, so you'd imagine he may take the full-back position. But thoughts with this man at the moment, he's had an outstanding game so far, isn't he? Really competent under the high ball, safe pair of hands at the back. And we hope that's just a minor injury, a minor hiccup in his development as a player.
So that's a setback for Halifax. You can see just at the play the ball there, Mark Ioane for London Broncos. He has no number on him. Just involved in the tackle there, as does Jared Samet, man with no number as well. So running out of numbers, one way or another, London Broncos. On the halfway line with Halifax in possession. And Scott Morrell gets the pass away to Sharp. Sharp tackled by Jay Pitts.
Well,
that's the fifth tackle.
Does bring a different dynamic now for Halifax.
Morrell puts the kick in. And Walker, under pressure from Heaton, just manages to get away. So they're going to make him work hard. And Rhys Williams very quickly closed down. Elliot Keir now.
Really like the look of that London Broncos backfield. I've been watching them now for 50 minutes. We've seen them several times throughout the season. They've got the tall, rangy Walker at full-back, dynamic Rhys Williams on one wing, and then the out-and-out speed of Kieran Dixon. It's a really good balance, really good blend there of different types of athletes that play this game.
Williams still 16-12. No change to the scoreline since half-time, and Walker collects a scruffy pass for London and thumps the ball downfield. Pretty aimless kick, and Will Sharp will counter for Halifax.
Well, Jay Pitts was fuming with his dummy half. He wanted that ball, wanted to get a good kick away. It ended up being a scruffy kick at the end, and Halifax over the halfway line.
Hold. Just with Johnston. Curtis Davis now. Welsh Students International, like brother Connor. Hold. And he's shown up well on his debut as 21-year-old Curtis Davis. Ball reaches Tyra. Tyra brought down by Ben Hallowell. Moss Johnston now for Ben Kay. Kay runs into Tom Spencer's tackle. That's the 5th. Morel has time, too much time, and the kick is a good one. It's still loose, and now Elliot Keir will try and counter.
Well, the fullback takes the risk. Alex Walker, he perhaps got a call from Elliot Keir, but there's a warning sign for the London Broncos. If you give Scott Morel too much time on that last play, he'll dictate what's happening. He's good with his hands, good with his decision-making, and we've already seen what a quality kicker he is.
Batty, he's hard to round up.
Batty will not get battered. It doesn't matter how many people they throw at him. He's like that bouncing bowling ball.
Jay Pitts with a good run. Should be penalised there, Curtis Davis. And Jay Pitts looks down. Satisfaction on his face as he walks away from that. Gareth Hewer penalises the Halifax man.
Now he looks fired up, Jay Pitts. I've seen him a few times remonstrating with his teammates. He wants it perfect, but he wants to make sure everybody else is focused on their job and delivering what's expected of them.
So London in a real wrestle in this game with a determined Halifax side. Lovell sells the dummy and gets tackled about 5 metres out. And London with Spencer driving it in, the former Wigan St Pat's player, Tom Spencer. Matt Davies, here's Batty, quick hands, and Walker has to retrieve that ball. And it's another stray pass, and London, their own worst enemies in this second half.
Well, there was some confusion. They were set fairly midfield, central, splitting the field in half. And there was late movement. They weren't sure whether they were going to their left, their right. It went left. And you see with the reaction, good pressure from Scott Morel on Jay Pitts, a hurried pass. But they weren't deep enough. Elliot Keir, Rhys Williams. Look at Jamie Langley. Holy moly.
Danny Ward, stern-faced. The coach of the year in the championship, Danny Ward.
Against the runner-up, Richard Marshall. A good battle between those two good young British coaches.
Well, Halifax are making this a real battle, and Ben Heaton has broken away. And he's up to the halfway line, and Halifax, no pushovers here tonight. There was a suggestion that there was really nothing in it for them, that maybe their eyes were on end of season wind down time, but they are going to end this season with a victory. That seems to be their mood here tonight. They're first in the qualifiers if they can manage it. And they're on the attack now. That ball squirted backwards. The referee says it was a knock-on.
Well, a shame for Halifax. A real block-busting run from Ben Heaton, the number 2 for Halifax. Close to his own line. There's the mistake. Ball goes into Spencer. That's where the knock-on is. And it looked like they were setting up for something. The organisation skills of Scott Morel. Ben Johnson, when he skirts across the line, he goes on a really outwardly angle.
We've seen James Woodburn-Hall helped off the field. Angela Powers has got some news from the sideline.
Hi, Bill. I'm just finding out about Liam Cooper. Is he fit? He's fit to go back on. He came off for a concussion test, get that word out, and he is fit to go back on. That's one bit of news for Halifax. The other bit is Woodburn-Hall. You've seen him sitting on the sidelines, and you saw him go down with that tackle. It's not looking good for him coming back. He's had some treatment on his ankle and his knee, and neither are looking good, Bill.
That's a problem for Halifax, who, as has been mentioned earlier on, second half against Leeds, they maybe ran out of a bit of steam. Whether that might catch up with them here in the second half, potential for that.
Yeah, rotation is important as well. Leaving big men on for too long.
Hurt. Sorry, Barry. Will Lovell down, staying down.
Will Lovell picked up an injury in a run. Remember him selling that dummy, going through the line after he played that ball. Got attention from the physio, so London Broncos players and Halifax recognising it's do or die tonight.
That's well covered by Halifax there. Jared Samet threatening to go through. It's been a high-energy performance, hasn't it, by Halifax so far this evening? You know, out-enthused for much of this game, the London Broncos, but is that going to start to take a toll later on in this match as this match progresses into the last quarter? Nice work by Will Sharp at the back, deputising for James Woodburn-Hall. We just heard from Angela, plays no further part in this game. They look good. They look really good coming out of the backfield.
Tyra leading the way there. Now here's Kieran Moss, the Australian who came to Halifax via Hull Kingston Rovers. Played for York as well.
Brandon Moore being dealt with by the two bookends, Spencer and Batty, and it's a deep kick from Morrell into the arms. Capable arms.
Big run back from Kieran Dixon at pace, but run into a big tackle from Ben Kay. Walker, so good at that, just ducks under.
He beats the first three defenders every single time. It's like he's covered in grease when defenders are trying to get hold of him.
Ioane, here is Pitts now. With Cunningham out, a linchpin for the London Broncos. That's a big problem for them. Jay Pitts standing in as Batty is tackled. Samet.
He's had a good game, Hindmarsh, over on that right edge for the Broncos. Interesting battle breaking out between the big fellas. Batty and Fleming.
Samet hoists the kick, claimed by Dixon. Samet is in there, I think. The ball's still alive, and Dixon has scored in the corner. He was alert to the situation there, and Gareth Ewer has got to try and unravel this. How did that ball come out? What's his reaction? Well, it is that it's a try. What does Robert Hicks make of this?
I don't believe that this tackle is complete. Jared Samet does incredibly well to chase his own kick. Well, everybody's behind him. He's there to collect the bat back. Kieran Dixon, volleyball style, spikes it into the hands. Now, is he tackled before he gets this ball away? I don't believe he is.
Oh! That's a legit offload.
That is the craziest offload.
It's unconventional. It's unconventional, Barry, but it'll do, and it'll do for the Broncos, and it'll do for Kieran Dixon as well.
It's more of a fertile from Jared Samet, fertling that ball out and allowing Kieran Dixon to claim the try and level the scores coming up to the hour mark. Danny Ward doesn't know whether to laugh or cry.
He's probably like the rest of us thinking, how have the quick hands of Jared Samet smuggled that ball out? It's a magical offload from the magician himself. How does he do that?
And he's put himself at personal risk as well to do that. He very, very easily could end up with that arm caught and twisted. Really unselfish way to continue the play. Just look at the position he puts himself in here to allow that play to continue. And Kieran Dixon, well, full credit. Maybe had a frustrated evening there. The gap's not appearing for him, the chances not falling for him. But he's on the scoreboard now.
Jared Samet, who created that try. Well, this is his trickiest kick of the night. From wide out to put London ahead for the first time tonight. Coming up to the hour mark, and Samet has landed that one, and the Broncos are ahead. Can they stay there? Kieran Dixon with the try, his 5th in the qualifiers. Not the prettiest, but a big, big try for the London Broncos.
He celebrates Kieran Dixon because he knows those points are vital. Jared Samet ends up with his arms behind his back. Shoulders, arms all over the place, getting you beauty. Now, what is their reaction? In front for the first time in this game. Is it a basic set of 6? We've already said with the numbers, with the rotation, the energy expended by Halifax, do they have enough energy in this final quarter to stay in the fight?
Halifax really standing proud and doing a good job with some great tackling. And as usual, leading the way, 14, Brandon Moore, who's the Players' Player of the Year. And I tell you what else he picked up, the Hilda Hardy Top Tackler Award for Halifax. And Hilda still going strong, still
Hilda.
involved with the kit at Halifax.
She's a lovely lady. Remembered the day where we presented her with some flowers for the work she did in that Bradford game. So, hello Hilda, hope you're enjoying the match.
Well, Stan, of course, was a part of the team as well, and the award in memory of the former kitman Stan Hardy. And Brandon Moore is the proud winner of that award, and Halifax have earned a penalty. 18-16 they trail here in West London. London need 13 more points to take fourth place. It might only be briefly.
They've got bigger concerns than that at the moment, and that's winning the game. Never mind the points, because this Halifax side, well, they're not going to die wondering now. They're bringing it to the London Broncos once again.
They will still be in the £1 million game places if they lose, providing they don't lose by 25 points plus.
Yeah.
And there's no indication in this game so far that there's going to be a points avalanche, but Halifax have the firepower.
Hold, wait. And they've got the desire as well. That's what's getting them. 62 minutes still in, only 2 points behind on the scoreboard. It's that desire, that spirit that they're showing.
Which is incredible. I mean, that's a great credit for the team, the coach. Bottom of the qualifiers. They haven't won a game, but they've never really in the qualifiers been shamed. Only Salford have really had the edge over them, and they could be in here. Oh, Sharp's pass for Kieran Moss.
That was nearly the interception that I was hoping for. Kieran Dixon predicted he'd get one before the end of this game.
Jacob Fairbank kicking across field. The ball is batted back infield to Scott Morrell. Morrell, little flick out the back. Heaton can't get it away, and Keir will wrap him up, and they've lost ground, and that'll be the turnover.
Well, terrific defence from the London Broncos. Harassing defence, hustling defence, and a little bit of skill on show from Halifax as well. And they look like they're getting ready to put Tangata back onto the field. He'll certainly add some punch and some power. We haven't seen too many of those offloads yet. As the clock ticks, as we get deeper and deeper into this game, he might just bring out a couple of audacious ones.
That's good defensive read. Well done. Heaton in with a great defensive read. He's been lively around the park as well. I've been really impressed with this Halifax team.
There's good pace in this set from Batty and now Ioane. London rolling forward. Halifax maybe on the back foot here. Charge from Tom Spencer towards those posts. Cooper involved with the tackle. That's the fifth. Davis will look. It's for Jay Pitts. He's looking, and Pitts is running it and thought it was going to open up for him. It didn't. And that'll be the turnover.
Well, Jay Pitts, he looks up at his teammates. Question his decision to run that ball. Halifax with a long way to go. A long way to go upfield. Just over 15 minutes on the clock left in this game. Tangata back on the field.
London really missing a linchpin there, aren't they? Cunningham is so crucial. Api Purangi out as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
With all respect to Jay Pitts.
Jay Pitts is a very talented player and can pass and has got good skills, but it's those decisions under pressure, under fatigue, that experienced halfbacks get right.
And it does, it blunts the attack a little bit. One, it puts an awful lot more pressure on one man in Jared Samet. Two, it allows the defence to look at that one man more often, Jared Samet. And three, that's the big question of your other ball players, Alex Walker probably being one of them.
Johnston with a sniping little run until Ioane ended it. Morrell hoists the kick. Crossfield deep into the hands of Kieran Dixon, and Dixon will try and get round him, but nothing doing as Fairbank comes in, and Fleming thinks I'll have a bit of that as well.
He's an explosive player, Fleming, and another one of the front rowers that can convert a try. There's a wonderful piece of footage of him converting. We saw Luke Burgess on Thursday, was it, for Salford? Well, Fleming's is twice as good.
Good run there from Rhys Williams, and now here's a Welsh international captain, Elliot Keir. And now Eddie Batty. Batty, charge from the former Sheffield man. Looks to the referee and says, was it tackled or not? Mark Ioane now. 40 metres out. That's the 5th tackle, says Gareth Hewer. Halifax looking a little bit weary in actual fact. Keir will take him on himself and must score, he does. And now maybe London Broncos can take a grip on this game. Elliot Keir gets his first qualifiers try in this series. He had Rhys Williams outside him. He decided to take him on himself. And the London Broncos side and their supporters may be feeling a bit relieved now.
While all the Fax defenders were looking at Jared Samet, the Broncos decide to come on the opposite side. Great decision from dummy half Jay Pitts, who's been under pressure, playing in an unfamiliar, unaccustomed role, gets that decision absolutely bang on.
There was a huge call as well just before they played the ball from either Elliot Keir or Rhys Williams that they knew they had numbers. Big shout of overcall, big shout to send it their way. And well done the London Broncos and Jared Samet for having the foresight to get it out there and allow them the opportunity to score. And that is a much more relaxed figure than we probably saw 15-20 minutes ago.
Oh, I don't know. His stomach will be doing somersaults. Danny Ward can't help himself. He laughs and smiles and goes through everything. One of those coaches, good British coaches, players want to play for him, they respect and admire, one, what he's done in the game, and two, what he's done for this London Broncos side and club.
So London Broncos, having trailed for much of this game, ahead by 22 points to 16. And Jared Samet will try and extend that lead. Hush descends on the Ealing Trailfinders ground in leafy West London. And every point helps London closer to that 4th place. And Samet has missed, he's just shaved the post. So 6 points it is. 15 is the target.
Well, they're on the way now. Nice interplay. It was Pitts on the outside and then to Keir, who just rode the challenge. He showed the ball, didn't he? And encouraged the tackle from Heaton, but too late. Keir on the board, 22 points to 16. And they're on the way to overcoming that points difference. They're not there yet, though.
22-16. Steve-O will be enjoying this one. It's a good feisty game and likes to watch his rugby league still. Now he's in the south of England for some of the time, and so he comes down to Ealing to get his fix of rugby league. Man of the match. Who are the contenders? And the Our League app is the place to go to register your vote. They're coming to this side again. It's with Keir once more. Keir steps infield.
Well dealt with from Chester Butler. Just ends up being at arm's length, Elliot Keir. Quick player himself, Elliot Keir.
Here's Jay Pitts. And London having a period of dominance here as Pitts is brought down by Tangata. And that'll be the turnover.
Fifth tackle, Bill. I can only think he's lost count of the tackles, Jay Pitts.
They haven't got to that point very successfully in the last few sets, have they?
No. But it's hard to criticise Jay Pitts, who's, as we said at the start of the game, only playing standoff for the 2nd time in his career. He is a ball player, a creative loose forward, back rower, but filling in for his side.
Bit of frustration there that was voiced by somebody, and apologies for that. It is a frustrating night in some respects for London, because Halifax have just been stubborn and haven't rolled over like a lot of people maybe thought they would to. Nothing in it for them.
Full credit. Full credit.
Absolutely.
Inspired, I think, by last week's crowd at the Shea. What a big crowd, 4,500 I think it was.
Well, they're not out of this one yet. There's only a try and a goal in it.
Yeah, that crowd the biggest for 3 years as well, Barry. You know, real show of intent there by Halifax fans. They were in that game up to their necks at half-time last week. They're still in this game.
Sharp does well to get the pass away there. And that's, again, the turnover. Well, they went for the power play, though.
Count.
No, they were going for it, weren't they?
They went for broke, yeah, that's right. Will Sharp finds an offload. Chester Butler can't get the ball away. London Broncos have been less than perfect during this game. And I don't think you can put it solely down to those players in the Broncos shirt not performing. They've been pushed all the way by the Halifax side and still are.
Man of the match candidates coming in. Mark Ioane is one of them. Jared Samet, always involved. Brandon Moore for Halifax, and Scott Morrell in the mix as well. Those are the 4 man of the match candidates. The Our League app is the place to go to have your vote on who should be the man of the match. That's the 5th tackle. Will London put the kick in? They do. It's Samet who hoists it. It's Kieran Moss who's underneath it, and he's driven back towards his line by Hellawell and Dixon.
Well taken by Kieran Moss. Yeah, some unsurprising candidates for man of the match there. Scott Morrell for Halifax and Jared Samet. They do get hold of the ball more than most other people on the field. I think Ioane has done excellently, but I think Brandon Moore has been a live candidate to win that award. I think he's been exceptional, caused all kinds of problems for the London Broncos defence, skirting the line, a real effervescent player.
Playing at loose forward, or certainly started the game at loose forward this evening.
Well, I'll tell you what, that'll be a good week from Brandon Moore. If he gets man of the match here, he's got Players Player of the Year and the Hilda Hardy top tackler all in a week. That's not a bad week's work, as that kick is claimed by Walker, but not very successfully. It went backwards, says the referee.
Oh, what a shame. Halifax penalised now. And Brandon Moore, the number 14, we've mentioned him a few times. 43 defensive efforts he's put in so far in this game.
Something said by Halifax, I think, there at that decision to allow London to play on, and the referee penalised Halifax for that. And I think they might have had a point, Halifax. That looked like a knock-on from Walker.
Oh,
that
mistake.
Looked like a knock-on from Jared Samet. It was a verbal knock-on.
Well, the universe tends to balance those things out in rugby league.
Well, there's a card been produced here as well. There's a yellow card been produced, and it's
Brandon Moore.
No,
it's our man of the match candidate, Barry. What's that for? Is that dissent?
I think it's something he said.
Here's the tap. A looping ball behind Jared Samet. Oh. It's a mystery.
That's a bit of a mystery, but...
Well, he's not happy. I'll give him that. He's having to sit the rest of the game out on the bench, and that doesn't strike me as his style. He wants to be involved, an all-action player, Brandon Moore.
Well, here is Adam Tangata and Halifax. 12 men on the field now.
They're playing him very wide at the back end of this game, Tangata. He's an edge back rower, but he's very, very wide. Looking for a one-on-one with a smaller player, possibly a half-back.
Fleming. Apparently it was something said to the referee that led to the sin binning. Here's Brandon Douglas. Brandon Moore, a man of the match candidate in the sin bin. But Halifax aren't done yet. Tyra. That's the 5th tackle. Curtis Davis puts a little kick in. It's a good one. And Jay Pitts, a little skip, tries to get out of trouble and does well, does Jay Pitts.
Brilliant work from Jay Pitts. In his back line, he'd have been within his rights to surrender to the first tackle, but the captain and standoff has a real goal. What about this for the goose step? Good footwork and good determination.
Now then, can London make the most of this numerical supremacy in the last few minutes of this game? At the moment, they're going to stay 5th in the qualifiers table and will be going away to Hull Kingston Rovers or Toronto to contest that £1 million game, but we won't know that venue until the conclusion of Hull Kingston Rovers against Widnes. And Samet drills the ball into touch. Good kick, but is it what London should be looking for at this stage?
They're in the mindset now of let's just win this game, let's do what we need to do, and that man has stepped up because of the mistakes and due to fatigue and lack of experience, that those last tackle options that have gone through the hands of the stand-in, stand-off Jay Pitts. He's saying, right, I'm going to get all those kicks, I'm going to position myself to take control on tackle 5.
Well, we had a 1-point win for Toronto against Leeds last night in the qualifiers, and looks like being another narrow contest here into the last 5 minutes. Is not beyond the realms of possibility. We could get another 1-point victory here tonight. It's still possible, still time, but Halifax are going to have to come from a long way out.
Nice bit of deception there. Curtis Davis, the old-fashioned mousetrap. He stepped over the ball, a player behind him picked it up and gobbled up 5 or 6 metres.
Douglas plays the ball. Connor Davis doing well to keep that in hand. Scott Morrell, one of your man of the match candidates. The R-League app, remember, is where to register your votes. Sharp drifts the ball out wide to Heaton, and Heaton trying to get outside Williams is forced to ground.
Been impressive, Ben Heaton. Powerful player.
Johnston fires a kick out wide, and Dixon just yearning for a chance to really put the foot down. Kieran Dixon, he's got a knock, and Tyra drawing the referee's attention to it.
Kieran Dixon, such a live wire of a player. Is there a bit of a...
He's caught a knee on the way
too. A knee from Steve Tyra.
Yeah, it's accidental though, and he's good to go, good to play on.
Here's Hellawell now.
Well, there's bodies, physios, message runners all over the field. Halifax trying to get those players to dig in, stick in this game.
It's been that type of game. It's some heavy contact, attritional game of rugby league. Good to watch, yeah.
Here is Kieran Dixon. London Broncos will be to look out their passports for the trip. Well, not to East Hull. Well, they might do.
Forced past Jay Pitts, never on. Halifax with another goal. Another look. They're some distance away. There's an offload. Some distance away from the try line from London.
Well, the standards we've seen from the Broncos in the qualifiers, this has probably not been up there, but that is disrespectful to a massive
That's
effort
pressure
from
as well. That's what pressure does for you. Sometimes when you need to perform, players' minds start to run away with them. They start doing things they don't normally do. Here we go. Offload.
Tangata, 20 metres out. Morrell. Still time for Halifax. But that ball is spilled, and Curtis Davis and Matt G just having a little disagreement there.
Well, it was an offload from Brandon Douglas that was on the floor. He was unable to collect it, pick it up. The substitute hooker, Curtis Davis, who doesn't like the attention he gets from Matt G. And they're having a little chat, a little conversation, a little get-together.
I loved Scott Morrell emerged from that melee of players, and look,
he's too old for
yes,
all that
I
nonsense.
think that was it.
Come on, lads, pack it in. Seen it all before, Scott Morrell. Been there and done that. There's the offload on the floor. Jay Pitts just actually gets a foot to it. Matt G's trying to make the tackle. There's nothing intentional there, but that spirit, that competitive edge that Halifax have shown all evening. They're straight in, protecting the teammate.
Shown up well on his debut as Curtis Davis.
Push, push, shove.
Matt G, once of the Salford Red Devils, played Super League with them. And the referee, Gareth Hewer, taking a report from his
through the first punch
fellow officials.
The referee's asking who's thrown the first punch.
I'll just have a word with him.
Well, I don't think anybody threw a punch, did they?
No.
Robert, have you got anything to add? Right.
Jay Pitts
Captains.
listening in and hobbling in. That's a bit of a worry with a long trip to come, either to East Yorkshire or an even longer trip to the other side of the Atlantic.
Yeah, we got the first offence and knock on. So obviously London End of feed. But two players come together. We've been quite clean through the game. We're near there. Get on with it. All right, discipline. Scrum.
Well done. Well dealt with. Keep your discipline. Get on with it.
Come on, boys. Discipline.
What do we need after a fracas? We need a gathering and a get-together and another fracas.
Gareth Hewer, and again, big effort from the referee because, of course, he's not a full-time official.
Let's go. Heads in. Heads in.
And
Time out.
run this game well, because it's a big contest, this important game for both these two sides. Halifax so desperate to break their duck in the qualifiers and so close to that this evening. But with the clock against them now, it doesn't look as though that's going to happen. But look at that, that sums it up.
Brandon Douglas out of the line, shoulder contacts, and he lifted the London Broncos player. Get a bit of that into you. Ben Davis, who's no shrinking violet.
Penalty to London.
Just over a minute now, and London Broncos will see this set out. You'll see very slow play of the balls, and you'll see a kick over the sideline, I'm pretty sure.
London will stay in 5th place in this qualifiers table, in that £1 million game position, travelling to play either Hull Kingston Rovers or Toronto. Here's Sadiq Adibayi.
Showed up well.
Still going, Adibayi.
Adibayi, powerful runner.
Davis, Ben Evans waiting for the ball, but Davis goes the other way. Thought he'd managed to wrong foot Jacob Fairbank, nothing doing. Evans to Jared Samet, Samet to Ioane, but again, great defence from Halifax. Fairbank down low, Davis. Adibayi again driving towards the posts, just short of the try line. Sadiq Adibayi. Final few seconds then of this final qualifiers game. Samet lands 1 point to make this game safe for the London Broncos, but a point that won't make any difference to where they stand in the qualifiers table. As the hooter sounds, London have to settle for 5th in the qualifiers table. They're in the £1 million game places, and that's no mean achievement either. They will be in the contest for a place in Super League. They were hoping for more tonight. It might only have been briefly in 4th place if they could have got that 15-point advantage, but that wasn't to be, and this probably won't go down as one of their best, but that in a large part was down to the effort from Halifax.
Yeah, it was, and I think what it does do is it primes them, and they'll Halifax won't want the thanks for this, but it primes them for another high-octane game a week from now.
Well, Jared Samet having the final word in this game, and he'll have the next word because he's got man of the match and he's with Angela.
He is the man of the match, 61% of the vote, but that was a heck of a game then. You had to work hard for that, Jared.
Yeah, we always knew that Halifax were going to come blazing and just throw absolutely everything at us. You know, they seemed to be our banana skin team throughout the last couple of years, and you can see why. For some reason, we just we don't turn up with the same mental attitude as we do every other week, and you know, they chance their arm and things come off for them, and like it showed tonight, they were here to play for the full 80 minutes.
They were here to play for the full 80 minutes, but you've got the playoff place, you've got the £1 million game place. You're going to be travelling, but you know, you've got to pick your game up from this for next week, haven't you?
Yeah, we said at half-time that the standards that we set, we were well off tonight. Again, the second half still wasn't great, but you need to find scrappy wins, and tonight was one of them. But, you know, we're travelling away next week. We're not too sure where, but again, the mentality and the preparation that we go about shouldn't change, and you know, we've got everything to play for, so I'm looking forward to it.
Everything, and there you go, you've got to check as well. Where's it going to go? Which charity?
We'll give it to Kids with Leukemia.
Brilliant, thanks very much, Jared. We've got your coach now, Danny Ward. Danny, you had a few choice words to say to them in the dressing room at half-time. Did you get the response you wanted? You got the result?
I went a little bit Mike Bassett at half-time, and yeah, got a little bit of a response. Again, it weren't fantastic from us. You know, it weren't classic Saturday night TV, that really. Hopefully everyone switched off and watched Gladiators or Blind Date, but it wasn't the best one. But you know, it's a win, and you know, puts us in a good spot for next week.
Right, you're in a good spot. You've got an away game. You're not quite sure you're going to travel, but you've got a whole week now to prepare for this. The chance of going for Super League.
Yeah, it's massive. It's massive for the club, massive for London Rugby League as well. You know, who would have thought we'd be here at the back end of the year? So it's huge. I'm a bit miserable and disappointed now just for how we perform. But when I step back and sit back, it's fantastic. It's fantastic to be taking this team, this bunch of blokes, into a £1 million game. It's something we're really excited, and we're going to give it a good crack.
Well, we hope we get into entertainment like we've had this afternoon as well. Thanks very much for your time there, Danny. We've got Richard Marshall now. Richard, I mean, you said your second halves weren't very good this season, but they gave everything in that second half. You were not going to throw in the towel.
No, we didn't. We haven't done all season. We've been fantastic. Really proud. Again, a great effort from our guys. Just lacked a little bit of smarts in that second half. Probably the full-time fitness and what was at stake for London. Played out there, but really proud. I thought our fans have been outstanding this year, and I must credit them for their support this year.
And the journey that you've had as well, to get in the playoffs in the first place and then to put up a fight like this. You might not have got a win, but you showed some real gumption as well.
Yeah, we've been battling, and we're a battle-hardened team. We keep working hard for each other, and as long as we're doing that, I'm a happy coach. But we do need to improve on next year. We don't want to be the best part-time team. We won't be even better next year. So lots to go at.
That's brilliant. Thanks very much, Richard, and thanks for all season. Thank you.
Credit to Richard Marshall, credit to Halifax for the effort they've put here tonight, making it a really tough task for the London Broncos before they ground their way to a 23-16 win. But it wasn't until late in the game that the Broncos got their noses in front and managed to stay there in the face of a massive effort from Halifax, who end the qualifiers without a victory, but with lots of admiration. There is the qualifiers table. As you can see, London Broncos in 5th in the £1 million game places. At the moment they're playing Hull Kingston Rovers, but it could still be Toronto. Hull Kingston Rovers against Widnes tomorrow. Crucial game for that. Halifax bottom of the pile without a point, but with plenty of pride. And tomorrow, even bigger drama with the NRL Grand Final as the Sydney Roosters take on Melbourne Storm, 9:30 a.m. on Sky Sports Arena. Massive weekend coming up. St Helens against Warrington, the first semi-final, 7:30 on Thursday, 7:30 on Friday. Wigan Castleford in the second semi-final. Sunday, October the 7th, the £1 million game, 6:30, Sky Sports Arena main event. Where will it be? East Hull or Toronto?
Sky Sports, feel it all.
Just looking to pass, earn the right to play, go forward.
Gale to Hardacre, Hardacre to Minikin, wide to Eden, 31 for the season!
I can call you at 3 in the morning.
And you do.
And that's how I know
I can share sunrises with you.
It's a noisy, chaotic, confusing world. If only everyone could see it more clearly. Separate fake from fact. Just absolutely free of charge. Text FREE1 to 78070.
Well, unlike anyone else, Sky Mobile rolls over all your unused data for up to 3 years. So it's there when you need it most. Sky Mobile. Hello, possible.
With flights, hotels and activities across Paris and beyond, it's easy to book it all in one place with Expedia. ATOL protected.
For people, for plans, for 200 years.
At LV, our car insurance comes from the heart. Our uninsured driver promise means if you're hit by someone without insurance, your no-claim discount will stay intact. And you'll have no excess to pay. For cover from just £199, go direct to lv.com.
Grow your business by accepting credit and debit cards with the SumUp card reader. No fixed contracts, no monthly fees. Order now at sumup.co.uk for only £29.
The autumn sale is now on at Curry's PC World.
Save £130 on this versatile touchscreen Lenovo Yoga with Intel Pentium Gold processor and up to £500 on these stunning LG Smart 4K HDR TVs from $1499. At Curry's PC World, we help you get it right.
It's been a while since we had one of these talks.
We need to start talking about making some moves.
We on the same side, Rick. Who you tell me?
Sean believes there's something wrong with the patient.
Sean.
And whether he's right or not, I couldn't be prouder to back him because he sticks to his gut and he fights for what he thinks is right.
The whole girl and women thing, I don't know if it's for me, really.
I think as an artist, I try and capture something of the character of the place.
Well, I'm glad it's a flat lock, because Joan and I are going water skiing on it later.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we had one of these talks.
We need to start talking about making some moves.
We on the same side, Rick. Who you tell me?
Sean believes there's something wrong with the patient.
Sean.
And whether he's right or not, I couldn't be prouder to back him because he sticks to his gut and he fights for what he thinks is right.
The whole girl and women thing, I don't know if it's for me, really.
I think as an artist, I try and capture something of the character of the place.
Well, I'm glad it's a flat lock, because Joan and I are going water skiing on it later.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.